بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the especially merciful.
ألم نشرح لك صدرك
Did we not expand for you, O Muhammad, your breast,
ووضعنا عنك وزرك
and we removed from you your burden,
الذي أنقض ظهرك
which had weighed upon your back,
ورفعنا لك ذكرك
and raised high for you your repute?
فإن مع العسر يسرا
For indeed, with hardship will be ease.
إن مع العسر يسرا
Indeed, with hardship will be ease.
فإذا فرغت فانصب
So when you have finished your duties, then stand up for worship,
وإلى ربك فارغب.
and to your Lord direct your longing.
So today, we're going to dive into a short but incredibly powerful chapter from the Quran called Surah Al-Inshirah. It's got this timeless message about getting through tough times, and it offers a way of thinking about hope that feels just as real now as it did centuries ago. You know that feeling, right? It's something we've all been through. That immense pressure where you feel completely overwhelmed by life. It can be emotional, it can be mental, but that feeling of being crushed, we all get it. So, in this explainer, we're going to break this ancient text down pretty much verse by verse, and we're going to see how it doesn't just recognize that feeling of being burdened, but it actually gives you a clear roadmap to get through it and find a new sense of purpose. What's so cool is how this chapter starts. It doesn't begin with some big command or a fortune cookie prediction. Nope. It starts with a really gentle, reassuring question, a reminder of help that you've already received. Okay. So here they are, the first 4 verses. And you got to notice the language here. It's all in the past tense. Have we not expanded, removed, raised? This isn't about some promise for the future. Not yet anyway. This is all about grounding you in the reality of past support, reminding you that, hey, you've been here before, and you got through it. Let's just sit with this first line for a second. The metaphor of an expanded breast. I mean, what a powerful image, right? It's that feeling of relief from anxiety, that moment when sorrow lifts, when you can finally take a deep breath after holding it in for so long. It's a physical description of what peace feels like. And then it just doubles down on that imagery. The text describes a burden so heavy it was physically galling thy back, like it was literally causing pain and soreness. This makes the idea of relief so much more real and tangible. We're not just talking about a change of mind. We're talking about taking off a real, painful weight. And this is the key takeaway from the beginning, right here. The whole strategy is to build your confidence first. Before it even talks about the future, it asks, hey, remember that time you felt this way before? Remember how you were helped? Recalling that you've been resilient in the past is the absolute first step to dealing with what's happening now. Okay, so once it's established that foundation of past support, the chapter totally pivots. It moves from that personal reminder to declaring something that's like a universal principle, a fundamental law of existence that applies to absolutely everyone everywhere. And here it is. This is the heart of the whole chapter. And pay attention to the wording. This is said like it's a statement of fact. That word, verily, that's like saying, listen up, this is 100% true, no question about it. It's delivered with total certainty. And then something really interesting happens. The next verse repeats the one before it, almost word for word. Now, in writing, you don't do that by accident. That's all about emphasis. It's like the text is grabbing you by the shoulders and saying, did you get it? Because this is the point. This is an undeniable, unshakable truth. So let's really dig into this relationship. The text doesn't say, after difficulty comes relief. It says, with difficulty, there is relief. That tiny little word, with, changes everything. It means the solution, the ease, is actually embedded inside the hardship itself. They're connected, not just 2 separate things on a timeline. I mean, think about what this really means. This isn't just hang in there, it'll get better. No, The way it's written, it's framed as a law of reality, something as certain and as constant as gravity. All right, so you've been reminded of past help. You've been given this universal promise that relief is tied to your struggle. Now what? What are you supposed to do with that information? Well, the chapter doesn't leave you hanging. It flows right into a clear, actionable guide for what to do next. And the chapter wraps up by giving us these 2 direct commands. It's basically a simple 2-step action plan for how to move forward once you understand this principle of relief. It's a formula. Now, this first step is kind of wild. It's not what you'd expect. Once a task is done, when you're free, the instruction isn't to just kick back and relax. It's to still labor hard. This idea, fanasab, is about keeping up a purposeful effort. It suggests that relief isn't just a finish line where you stop. It's a chance to channel your fresh energy into the next meaningful task and keep that positive momentum going. But what are you working towards? And that's where step 2 comes in. Forgab is about directing all that attention, all that hope and desire toward a higher purpose. It gives a why to all the continuous hard work from step 1. You're not just staying busy to stay busy, your effort is aimed at a much bigger goal. So when you put it all together, you get this really powerful cycle, right? You get relief, you use that renewed energy to take action right away, and you make sure that action is guided by a real higher meaning. It's basically the perfect recipe for not getting stuck. And there you have it. That's the whole elegant journey in this one tiny chapter. It takes you from that deep personal feeling of being completely burdened to the comfort of a universal, rock-solid promise, and then it leaves you with a clear, straightforward path for what to do about it. And that really leaves us with the big question, the one this ancient text is asking all of us, right here, right now. When the immediate task is over, after that moment of relief, what's your next purposeful move? And where is your ultimate attention turned?